Hey guys, Rob Reviews here, bringing you another really cool review. This one is, of course, another Walking Dead one, and this one is Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 6, Secrets. So, we'll go over the plot, I guess, and then we'll talk about my overall thoughts. We've actually, we're 12 episodes in now, which is pretty cool. Of course, this one originally aired on November the 20th, 2011. One was directed by David Boyd. Anyway, so we obviously see the morning after the discovery of the secret in the barn, the Atlanta survivors are busily doing chores, while we see actually Patricia feed some chickens to the walkers. Pretty kind of weird scene, but, they're weirdos in the farm a little bit. Andrea visits Daryl to apologise by giving him a book, and obviously he tells her that they're fine. Obviously, he's just trying to protect the group. Glenn confronts Laurie about her pregnancy, even if she's told Rick, and obviously she's not very too happy about that. Jimmy, Rick, and Shane basically plan their search for Sophia, agreeing to search near the nearby abandoned housing development after a gun practice. Beth and Patricia both asked to be trained, as Otis was the only member in the farm trained. The Rick will only do so if Hershel agrees. It leads to a heated conversation between Laurie, Rick, and Carl. We have all that kind of stuff, and we have the stuff with Glenn as well. Some stuff with Glenn obviously reacting a bit nervously because he's not a very good liar. At the firing range, we see Andrea proving to be a natural handed at the firearm. She asks Shane what made him decide to stay with the camp, but he doesn't answer and only stares at Carl and Laurie. With Rick back at the farm, Dale speaks with Hershel and brings up the walkers. Hershel, Glenn tells Dale. I forgot to say that. Hershel realizes that, basically Hershel says that he won't accept, he doesn't accept the reality, and he says that they're their people, and he needs to leave them, and obviously to keep it a secret. As Laurie and Hershel repair the fence, she thanks him, again for everything he has done. Tells him about Fort Benning. Andrea and Shane are trying to advance target training with a mobile target, and Shane barges Andrea and obviously bringing up her sister Amy. Andrea kind of walks away in a huff. Laurie confronts Rick about Hershel's desire for them to leave, that kind of stuff. We have Rick reminds her that they have to leave. First priority is Carl and then Sophia. Dale obviously tells Laurie that about his wife's miscarriage and how she always when she smelled meat, and Laurie instantly knows that Glenn told her. Glenn apologises to Laurie while chopping firewood, but Laurie tells him not to worry about it. She asks him to go to town to get some supplies. The two argue over the nature of the walkers, and Maggie tells that the father's angry. Obviously, then we see they go to the pharmacy. Obviously, Maggie's a tiny bit of a mood. She gets grabbed, and Glenn obviously kills it. Hugging her. Obviously, Maggie kind of blows up against Laurie, and it's like, "Here's your abortion pills," and throws the pills at her. Obviously, they are whatchamacallit, the day after pill. I don't even know. It was pills anyway. And obviously, Shane and Andrea go to the Wilshire Estates, what we see, to try and look for Sophia, and they're obviously shooting zombies. They're looking, and obviously they can't find Sophia. Then a big herd of zombies come to the car. We see those two shooting zombies, and then of course, as they drive off, as they're driving off, they basically just have sex. Bit random. Which is a bit random, but funny nonetheless. We have Laurie obviously apologising to Maggie and all that, and to Glenn. Meanwhile, Andrea and Shane, that one. And then obviously Laurie takes the things, but then she throws them up straight away. After returning, Andrea apologises to Carol, and the two leave. Dale confronts Shane about the night Otis died. So Dale confronts Shane. Brings up Shane's attempt on Rick. He sort of knows, and he says, I know, and then obviously he threatens Dale. After returning to the tent, Rick finds an empty container of pills and goes to find Laurie. The two argue what is right to bring a baby up in the world, but Rick feels it's worth the risk, obviously telling him that she's pregnant. He asks if there's any more secrets, and Laurie reveals that she slept with Shane when she thought he was dead. He tells her he already knew. So really cool. Obviously you already knew. Really cool episode. Lots of stuff in there. Lots of different things. However, I don't think it was that great of an episode. I think it was better than the last two, a little bit. Not very much, though. I think it's still 7. It doesn't get any more than a 7. Definitely not an 8, definitely not a 9. Nowhere near a 10. Sorry, scrap that. It's not even a 7. I'd say it's a 6. I'm actually going to be quite harsh on it. I think this was a 6. Thinking about it, yeah, 6 out of 10. Obviously, I think it was a bit boring, though. That's the problem. A lot of the story can be done. I think, like, the Chupacabra episode, this episode, and the Cherokee Rose episode, we could have been done with all that. We could have honestly split all that stuff out, taken a bunch of useless stuff like the zombie in the well and kind of that kind of stuff, take out the useless stuff, and make this one kind of good episode. It would have been a good episode, but they couldn't do that because of all the budget thing and the Frank Darabont situation. So it's not. I don't think it was very good. That's my opinion. I think that they could have made it so much more concise, so much more better. I just think it was a bit slow. However, there was a few things I did like in there, of course. Obviously, next episode is the mid-season finale, and that one is a really, really good episode. But we'll talk about that when we get there. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and tell me your thoughts on the episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was there any particular scenes you liked? And yeah, I'll see you in this video. Goodbye.